Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? I have a question from one of my blessed ones. Remember that you can email me at any time to ask soblessed1 at yahoo.com. Doesn't have to be a question. If you just want to interact, correspond with me, you can email me there anytime and it will come to me immediately on my handy dandy but broken, see, I shattered it. I gotta go get it fixed. My broken cell phone. So I would love, to interact with you guys and stay in contact with you guys. But especially if you have a question, you want advice about something. And this particular blessed one wanted advice about relationship. Y'all know that is one of my favorite topics. So we're gonna get straight to it. Now, she started by telling me that she was one of my blessed ones and enjoying my videos. And then she went into a little history about herself. And she's just completed her bachelor's degree. And she is soon to be seeking her master's degree. She's also seeking a job to start a career. And although she had a lot of obstacles to overcome and mountains to overcome and a lot of stress, she accomplished a part of her goal, which is to attain her bachelor's degree. So I congratulate you, yoo-hoo, because that is not easy to do. So congratulations there. But then she went on to ask a question about relationship. She's been in a 2-year relationship, but because she's been so busy, her focus being on her education, that I guess now that she's completed that aspect of her goals, she's probably focusing more now on her relationship, and she realizes that although this man makes her happy, he is boring and she's in a boring relationship. So I'm going to read that part of her letter to you. She says, I have a boyfriend that I have been with for 2 years now. He is my first boyfriend. He is an introvert guy. The thing is, he is everything I would look for in a man, which is caring, trustworthy, kind, gentle, responsible, doesn't drink, doesn't like too much partying, and he loves God. Except funny. Yes, Auntie. I love that she called me Auntie. That's so sweet. Yes, Auntie. He is just not funny at all. I am a kind of person that loves a free, not so serious, playful environment. I love to laugh and play around. I have observed this for the entire past 2 years, but I didn't pay much attention to it. We talked about it a couple of times and he promised to lighten up a bit, but it never happened. Or if it does, it didn't last, even for a week. I don't blame him because that is just who he is, and it's not fair for me to want to change him. He makes me happy. Now, to me, this is the most profound sentence of it all. He makes me happy, but he doesn't make me laugh. When I'm with him, often it's like we are in the military. No matter how hard I try to bring up conversation or joke around, sometimes he doesn't even get it, or he'll talk about science the whole dinner date. I just can't bear it anymore. On the other hand, I am so scared that I might not ever find someone as good as he is. What if the next guy I get is unpleasant and I will be regretting having left him for just one reason? But yet again, that one reason is the first thing I consider vital in a relationship, and I will be happier if he can get someone who will appreciate him for who he is. That is a mouthful, and that is a very good question and very profound. So let's get into this. Okay, I know what I think about this situation and I know what works for me, but I also enlisted a few other opinions about this matter because I just wanted to know, is it just me who feels this way? And what I found, that I asked 2 females and I asked 1 male. The male was my husband, and myself and the two females, all three of us were in 100% agreement and in sync with each other with our answer. And what I found that my husband was complete opposite. So I'll share with you what our opinions are. First and foremost, I will tell you that you have to decide. And although I'm talking to my blessed one that wrote me, I know there are a lot of people in this situation. There are men who are with women who are good women. She looks good, or maybe even for a man, it's usually the fact that she's everything that I want in a woman, but she looks average. You know, she's not the sexy vixen that he wants. She doesn't have all the visual curve appeal that he wants, and usually that's what it is for a guy. Not always, but a lot of times that's the predicament a lot of guys find themselves in. One of my best friend, I'm speaking hypothetically for a man, she's my best friend. She's my ace boom. She is right there for me. She's got my back. She's my ride or die, but we're just friends because I'm not attracted to her sexually. For women, a lot of time he's everything that I want as far as generosity and kindness, and he loves God and etc. But he's not exciting, or he's boring. Usually that's the situation that we find ourselves in, dealing with boring men. I will tell you that I am not the one to tell someone what they should do in their relationship when it comes to if I should keep him or not keep him, unless he is not treating you right. Then So Blessed will be the first one to tell you to let him go. But she said he is treating her he has all the characteristics that she wants in a man. But this one thing, he is boring. I will tell you that you have to decide what is most important to you. And you said in that letter that it was vital to you that the person have a personality and make you laugh, and humor was one of the most vital parts. Let me take these glasses off. That humor was one of the most vital parts of the relationship for you. You have to be honest. Ladies, we've got to be honest with ourselves. Men, we've got to be honest with ourselves and stop pretending, stop giving in to what we really don't want just to stave off loneliness, or because we need some financial help. We stay in situations that we know that we don't want to be in. But you have to decide what is most important to you and what you can and cannot live without. Okay, I'm going to tell you my personal opinion. Personally, for Deidre, I have to. I am so in sync with you when you say that having humor in your relationship is vital. That is a vital part. Of course, he must love God. Of course, he must work. Like my husband said in the grocery haul, no money, no honey. So he has to work, and he has to be generous in his giving. There are a lot of things on my list that are must-haves. And having humor in a relationship, for me personally, is a must-have. I cannot enjoy and survive in a bland, stale relationship where there is no sarcasm, where there is no humor, where there is no flirtiness, where there is no fun, where there is no laughter. I just can't. I cannot do it, and I don't care how generous he is. I don't care how loving he is. I don't care how much he loves God. I don't care how much he loves me. I don't care how secure he makes me feel. That is Deidre. But I know for myself what it takes for me to enjoy a relationship. I also asked two other people. I asked Danica. Danica is my sister, and she's not in a relationship right now, but she even said, she agreed with me that humor was very important and vital in her relationship. And she was once with a guy who seemed to be so much like the guy you described. and he had all the different attributes that she liked. He was generous, he was attentive, he was kind, and he took good care of her, but he was boring, and he was also foreign. She had no problem. She loves foreign men, so she had no problem with the fact that he was foreign, but he didn't get sarcasm. He didn't get American humor. He didn't get her, and she cut the relationship off. She's like, I could not take sitting there watching another documentary with him. I could not take the fact that he didn't understand sarcasm. And although she is still alone and she wants a good man, it could be said that, okay, you had a good man, but you let him go. But she said she does not regret it. She'd rather be alone and waiting for the one than to be with someone in a very boring, bland relationship. And I asked someone else, and that other person also said, it was a female, and this person said immediately before I could get the question out, she was like, oh, she needs to cut it and let him go, because what she's going to do is she's going to hurt him, because she's going to eventually get tired of being in a bland relationship, and she's going to find humor and sarcasm and flirtiness and all of that with someone else, and she's going to end up hurting a good man. So she should cut it off and allow him to be with someone who don't mind being in a boring, bland relationship. Okay, those were the 3 female perspectives. But I just asked my husband, and I wish I would have gotten him on video, but I didn't, because he was lying in bed. And so, but I will tell you, and I'll try to tell you basically verbatim what he said. He said, oh no, she needs to keep him. He is a keeper. If he has all of those attributes that she named, and the only thing is that he is boring, or she's in a bland relationship, she can find her own fun. She can find her own humor. She can find that somewhere else, not in another person, but you can make your own self happy. He says, do you know how hard it is to come by a good man with all of those attributes? He said, please tell her I know some jokers. That's what he called them. He said, please tell her that I know some jokers who will make her laugh and will break her heart. Please tell her I know some jokers who will make her laugh and who will take her all her money. Tell her I know some jokers who will make her laugh and dog her out. He said, so if that is what she's worried about, wanting someone who has humor and brings some humor to the relationship and makes her laugh, he said, tell her that she better hold on to that good man. So I'm sorry if this is not helping you, if this is even more confusing than what you asked, but this is what I tell you it has to come down to. It has to come down to honesty. You must be honest with yourself and decisive. You've got to be honest and decisive. You've got to be honest to know what it is that you want and what it is that is vital to you and what it is that you know you cannot do without in a relationship. As for me, although my husband has that opinion, believe me, if there was no humor in our relationship, he did not make me laugh on the daily, then we could not be together. I don't care how awesome he is, because I have to have humor. Is just what keeps the relationship alive. Humor is what is just like breathing. Humor, I mean, y'all know, see how much I laugh, how much I smile? It's like as I breathe, I must laugh. And I must enjoy the relationship. That's just me. So you can't go by what I say, what my husband say, what the other lady said, because there are so many various opinions. And I also want my blessed ones to chime in. Please, please, please join in the conversation and leave me some remarks, because I'm sure she would appreciate it, but I definitely would love to see the various opinions on this, because I know it can go many different ways. Some women would say, girl, if you gave me a man with all those attributes, honey, I'll watch me some Kevin Hart and make my own self laugh. But as for me, I have to be in a relationship with someone who can laugh with me and understand my sarcasm, my wittiness, and my sassy mouth. Okay, you guys. Thank you, my blessed one, who asked me that question. And I know I gave you various opinions on it. I hope you're able to make a very concise, clear, and spiritual decision, because good men are not always easy to come by. They're not impossible, ladies, but they're not always easy to come by. And if you have a good man, please make sure that you make a concise, well-informed, spiritual decision. Pray about it. But don't hold on to someone because you think that you'll never get someone else. If he is not the one for you, you will get someone else. Okay, love y'all. Y'all be blessed.